Today is the day. Here we are, Picayune State Forest. Matty's been riding here for a few months now, and he is actually going to be going for an epic journey.
This is crazy, guys.
100-mile ride across the
here.
Everglades.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Pretty much got everything all sorted out. We did the video talking about what you were doing setup-wise. Everything's good. He's got self-defense systems. He's got the camera on the front. This will show you the dog that's about to chase Matty on the first hit.
That's how we start off this ride, is I have to get past this freaking dog immediately. That's the first thing. It's right up there. So I was hoping I'm going to ride in on the bike, like a little quiet, little sneak attack. I'm going to pump up the watts, maybe get to like 1,000 watts real quick, fly past him. He's not even going to know what hit him. That's my goal.
And then he has to go 100 miles across the Everglades. Like, this is going to be an epic journey. And yeah, we're pretty much ready to send this one now. Yeah, Matt's going to be filming this thing for you. He's going to keep you on track along the way, show you everything that he's going to be going against.
I'm going to put you through every moment you're going to feel with me. If I'm feeling like this is getting tough, you're going to know. Trust me. And the waterways, the animals, you'll see them all. So this is going to be one epic adventure, and honestly, there is no better time to do it. This day is perfect.
I love that this bike is just going 100 miles across the Everglades on the first ever ride. It's going to be so awesome.
I love it too, Scott. This is going to be insane. But
right, well, we're going to put the guide sport to the test right now. Why don't you saddle up, man? I think it's go time.
And I'll keep you updated.
Because right now, why don't you show everybody your time? Right now it is...
So far it's 8:43. I don't think you can see it, but
it's all good.
8:43 a.m. A little bit behind schedule, so for a little while I'm just going to try and run 16 miles per hour, see what happens. Okay. But I don't know, I'm thinking like 3:30, 4 o'clock, hopefully Shark River Tower, if everything goes really well.
Still calling it Shark River Tower.
Shark Valley Observation Tower, that's the one. Don't go to the Shark River Tower. I'm going to be at the Shark Valley Observation Tower, okay?
Believe me, I know, I sorted this out already, so.
I'm glad one of us did. So.
All right, man, it's time to do this. Best of luck.
I'll see you later, right?
See you in a few hours. Call me if you need me.
Yeah, I will. You don't worry about that.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm going to chime in now since he left, and I can say this out loud. This is insane. Absolutely insane. He's done enough research. I hope that he feels confident in his route. He sent me 2 different routes that he's going to do, so just in case, you know, if I have to go search him down, if I have to go find him, I don't know. It's kind of scary. My mom's been calling me all worried about this as well. This is 100 miles through the Everglades. There are so many different animals that he is potentially going to be coming across on this, and I don't know. I'm just hoping that he's going to be nice and safe this whole way, and he's going to stay on track, and nothing is going to get in his way. That's what I'm hoping, but you just never know. 100 miles through the Everglades. I just can't even fathom it. So now the video is going to continue with Matty's ride right now. I'm sure he's about to go past the dog park any second now. You'll see what happens there. Hopefully it doesn't show up, but his luck, it probably will, and he's going to have to run from it. But let's just hope that's the worst part of this ride. So, all right, enjoy the rest of the video. I'll be over here nervously waiting.
All right, guys, so the journey has begun. Got my headphones all hooked up. First things first is get past wherever this dog is. I know it's coming up, so I'm going to ramp up the speed a little bit. Try and fly past them. That's my goal. But we are starting the adventure, the maiden voyage, 100 miles through the Florida Everglades. I am absolutely packed up to the T. More water, more food than you can imagine. Let's see what happens.
So I'm going to be popping up from time to time to help explain and break down the different parts of Matty's ride. So you'll notice that black stick that's in the camera frame right now, that's actually a potential weapon to defend himself with against the dog, just in case it gets too close to him. It's actually a selfie stick, and that's his game plan right now. But if you look all the way on the other side of the screen, this is the property where the dog usually runs out of. He actually escapes from the furthest edge of the property underneath this fence where there's a hole in it. But to Matty's surprise, there's actually a piece of wood that was in the way. So the dog wasn't in there, the dog wasn't trying to escape, and Matty survives this one. But I guess I'll tell you now, that's not going to be the last dog encounter that Matty faces today.
I made it. I freaking made it. Yes! So far, today's looking really, really good. But that's just the beginning, guys. I'm barely even a mile in. We're going from the Picayune State Forest to the Fakahatchee State Forest or Preserve. That's where I'll go on Jane's Scenic Drive. That's gonna be pretty epic, a lot of gators and stuff. And then get on to 41 and go to Loop Road, which is out pretty much in middle of nowhere, Alligator Alley. And this is just gonna be an epic day. There's just gonna be a lot to see. I'm terrified, but little by little, you know, if it's gonna work, it will most definitely work. And so far, we got past the dog, so it looks like it's gonna work. Fingers crossed, but I'll update you guys in a couple miles. Oh, first snake I just rode past. I am completely, no idea what it is.
Alright, so Matty is not a snake expert at all, and after examining this footage, we came to the conclusion that this is probably a cottonmouth snake, which is a pit viper species. It's a venomous snake, but it looks like it's been ran over. And up next, Matty is going to prove that indeed he is not a snake expert.
He could be dead. He could be sleeping. I'm completely unsure. I want to say it can be a python. Just the markings on his back. I'm kind of unsure. I really only recognize rattlesnakes and some venomous ones. I've never seen one like that so far. So snake number 1 has been in mile 3. Right, here is probably the hardest road to ride on. It is completely sand, and I have found the most snakes here. I have found bear tracks. I have found bear poop, and if I had to imagine, there's a lot of other wild animals out here. Kind of scary and extremely slow to ride on. Very sugar sand. There's so many cool birds out here. Looks like Jurassic Park, and I don't know, I just love this stuff. Like, I love an adventure, at least right now. Maybe if you ask me again in like 25 miles, I might say something different. Oh, look at this. Speaking of, here's a fresh thing of bear poop. If there's anybody out there who knows better than I do, please let me know. Currently, we are at 11 miles. And the water is coming soon. It's looking like it's been pretty dry out. This is the dry season, so I'm hoping I'll get lucky and won't have to do anything crazy. But you never know, and I'm gonna try my best regardless. Starting to look a bit wet, guys. Aye, aye, aye. All right, let's see what happens, right?
So this was definitely a part of the ride that Matty was dreading the most. He knew there was going to be water crossings, but he didn't know just how deep these water crossings were going to be and which kind of Florida wildlife could potentially be living in these. So you can see that Matty's riding on the edges of the water. So the reason why he's doing that is because usually that's going to be the highest ground of the trail, and it's also going to be the most stable ground as well. It's not going to be as muddy and not chewed up. So far so good, but the truth is things are about to get a lot worse for him.
This is the scariest part, everyone. I'm a little bit terrified, I don't want to lie to you, because I think it's about to get pretty deep. And it's not the difficulty that scares me. It is literally the fact that there is some creatures that I don't quite understand out here. We'll just keep trudging along, see what we can do. Oh yeah, here it goes. All right, let's see. Stay around the edge. Don't risk anything. Avoid as many altercations as possible. Oh, that's a big one, guys. All right. Well, all I can do is give it a go. There's a big thing of water over there that is obviously flooding this. I assume it can't be more than a foot deep. I just don't want to flip over the handlebars or something and ruin my day or get eaten. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna do it.
So right now, both of his feet are fully submerged while he's pedaling through there. And he hates the fact that he can't see through the water and see the ground underneath him. Because the truth is, he can't see if there's any holes, if there's any logs, any rocks, or anything living in there. But the worst part about it is the water's only getting deeper the further that he goes.
Number 1 done. Number 2 is so much bigger.
Right now, you're probably wondering what Matt's doing. No, he's not taking a break to skip rocks across this water crossing. He's actually taking a handful of rocks to throw it into the water to potentially scare whatever's living in this crossing. Now, he's really stressed out about this part, and I really don't blame him.
All right, let's give it a go, I guess. See what happens. Oh my gosh, guys, I am terrified right now. I'm doing it though. I'm trying for you guys. Oh my gosh. At least this is clear. I can see if something's gonna bite me. Oh, it's deep. Oh my gosh. Guys, I just went. Oh my gosh. Almost just OTB in the water. The drop off I just hit. Oh my God. I freaking made it to the first water crossing. Holy crap, guys. Listen, I like doing this. I'm not a professional at it though. And I don't know if I know enough about the Everglades. Here goes another one. Gotta make it to the next trail. Shoes are soaked, but we party on. Okay, so far so good. Just keep it going. Made it. Yes. Another water crossing done. Here's a little one. Do it. Stay in the middle. Yes. This is the farthest I've ever made it, guys. The farthest I've ever gotten. Holy crap. You want to see where we're at? We're at a place where there's a stop sign with a bunch of bullet holes in it. So people just out here casually shooting up stop signs. Yes. I'm pretty accomplished right now. Still have 4 more water crossings. Let's move on. Oh my God, so much dirt in my brakes right now. So I think I made it through the biggest water crossings. I think there could be one that's deeper, which is kind of scary, but I'm pretty hyped up right now. I was really dreading that, and that just made me feel a lot better about what I'm doing. I'm trying my best, and then hopefully I'll call Scott soon and tell him an estimated time of where I'm gonna be and if I'm gonna make it or not. So gotta make it before the sun goes down. Otherwise the Shark Valley Conservation Tower, or observation tower I should say, closes, and that would be not good. So let's get through this water, keep pressing on. I have made it to the end of the Picayune State Forest, and I'm entering the Fakahatchee. And look at the size of these freaking birds on here. Look at them, oh my goodness. This is exactly what I thought it would look like. I was told I gotta slide past this gate real quick and continue on. But look at how cool this is. Just look at all the birds in the sky. Oh my God, this thing of water seems like the hangout. Probably for a lot of other animals I don't want to see right now, but this is just so cool. Whoops. At least it was just a tank. There is a disgusting amount of bird poop on here. There's definitely gonna be some snakes up in here. Probably some weird spiders and stuff. Ah, hate this. You can't touch anything with the amount of bird poop that's on here. It's insane. Ugh. Look at that, that is gross. But we move on. This is another protected area for a lot of wildlife. A lot of people have trail cameras out here and stuff, just to watch the animals. I watch it on YouTube every now and then, but there's definitely panthers, there's definitely bears, there's definitely all the things you could possibly imagine. And as we get into this, there's a lot of bodies of water which are likely to have a pretty good amount of gators, so pretty exciting. I think I just saw bones of some animal. Slightly less comforting, but I'm just really happy that I've made it here so far, because I don't think there's gonna be any more water crossings. Thank God. This is only an hour and a half into the ride. 16 miles. Yikes. And it's already been a lot, but I feel absolutely perfect. I feel like I just started. Had one snack, water bottle. Oh, my first gator. My first gator. Oh my God. Look at him. He is cool. He's probably 3 foot, 4 foot, hanging out on there. That is too cool. Well, I know what water I'm not going in. I think we're gonna see a whole lot more, so. Ugh, alligators. Okay, found a big one, guys. That's scary. He was big though. Whoa. I'm really trying to get back on track, but the gators and stuff here are insane. There's 2 of them sitting right here. They're absolutely humongous. I don't want to disturb them. I don't want to knock them in the water or anything. They seem to be enjoying themselves. And who knows, maybe they're a couple of their lovers. You know, I don't want to separate them. So I'm just going to leave them. But these gators are huge. I really got to stop stopping and get back on track though. Ay, ay, ay. I just went through so much wind to finally get to civilization. I even just spotted a water fountain and a bathroom. So I plan for no water fountains, but if you could refresh, hopefully get some cold water, I would recommend it. Yes. So we are on to the road. That stop for the water fountain was absolutely perfect. Cold water, awesome. Feeling 100%. We party on. So I told myself I wouldn't stop for gators anymore. I'm probably at well over 10 gators I've seen. But look at how cool of a creature that is. Well, my demeanor's definitely changed a little bit. There is nothing out here. Just me, just the birds, a lot of alligators. It's hot. It's very hot and it's very windy. So like, I'm working pretty hard to keep my average. But I think I'll be on Highway 41 or Tamiami Trail probably in the next like 20 minutes. So should help me pick up my pace, be a lot smoother, and hopefully not as open as this, where it's just wind like crazy. Check these things out. Oh my God, it's gotta be so crazy. Wow. Look at this guy. Whoa, that was insane. Finally off of that terrible washboard windy road. And I'm now on to 41. So I've got about 20 miles-ish of on-road riding, which I'm very thankful for right now.
So this is the Tamiami Trail, which is 275 miles long, and it actually connects Tampa to Miami, hence the name, Tamiami Trail. Now Matty could have actually rode this all the way from Naples to the Shark River Welcome Center, but Matty decided to take the hard way.
Still on 41, but I can see my right turn on the map, so that's a really good feeling. But this road is just as windy. I'm averaging like 16, 17, but it's like a side wind from over here. So my bike's all crooked at all times. It's tough. Definitely tough. I'm at mile 54. So I'm more than halfway there. Doing pretty good though. Next mile marker, Loop Road. This is another 20-mile stretch of all scenic road. So pretty much no pavement after this. Let's do it. So I must have passed over 150 gators on this gravel road, and then randomly it just gets paved and it's a school zone. How weird is this? I think the gravel sections are done of my ride. So now I'm onto the road. I'm pretty sure everything's paved from now on, which I am not complaining about. Woo-wee! I am sore. Mile 71. We push on. I think I'm gonna get chased by this dog. He just tried to chase me before. Heck, dude, what is with these dogs, man? Oh my God, that one had like broken rear legs or something. Oh my gosh, why is this always happening to me? I'm just so sick of dealing with dogs. Well, anyway, I made it back on 41, which is my final stretch to the observation tower. Let's do it. Look at this freaking sculpture. How cool is that? I am out in Miccosukee. It's pretty far out into the middle of Florida. and I am like probably a mile from the parking lot of the observation center, which means that it's probably only about 16 miles left, because to get to the tower, it's an 8-mile ride from the parking lot and about 7 back. What happened was, I guess I didn't plan this right, or I don't know what the issue was, but somehow I got here a little bit earlier than expected. So I called up Scott and I was like, yo, I'm like 5 miles away. And he's like, dude, he's like, I'm literally just leaving the house, so it's about an hour and 20 minutes to get here.
Actually, that's wrong. There's 2 routes that you could take to get here, and the shortest of the 2 is 98 miles and an hour and 42 minutes long. But you could take the longer route, which is 2 hours and 14 minutes or 143 miles. This is really far from where we live, and that's in a car. Now just imagine how ridiculous this ride really is for Matty through the Everglades on a bike by himself. This dude's crazy.
And I'm like, oh crap. So he's not gonna be here for at least another hour. So I am trying to make the decision if I should wait for him to ride to the tower, or do I just go to the tower and get this thing done? Because the issue is that they close at 5 o'clock. It is it's 2:44 right now, which is about 3 o'clock. So when Scott gets here, it should be about 4. So I'm hoping they'll still let us start the ride at 4 o'clock to finish this thing. I don't mind waiting. I just want to make sure I get to that observation tower. That's the goal. So I'm gonna get to the parking lot and hopefully I can just take a break, and hopefully they have a drink or something. That would be great, because I am drinking piss warm water for the past 3 hours.
So Matty wanted to get himself something from inside this gas station, but he didn't bring a lock with him, so he was scared to leave his bike out there. He ended up approaching this group of bikers and asked if they would help him out, and they agreed to do so. Matty ended up finding out that they were actually from Canada, and they were on a trip down to the Florida Keys. So they were really nice, and they actually made Matty an honorary member for the day, and he even got to roll out with them.
Me and the squad just rolled out. They're a little faster than I am. I don't think they're gonna average 15 miles per hour. All right, I'll see you guys in the Keys. Grabbed myself a Coca-Cola. That really hit the spot. Woo-wee. Here is Shark Valley. This right turn. I have made it. It's been a long journey, but I still feel pretty dang good. The legs are definitely tight, but I don't know. Hasn't been too bad at all. Everglades National Park. So we made it to the Shark Valley parking lot, and I'm finally taking a break. I have sat down, I've stretched my back, and I feel 1,000,000 times better. I am currently waiting for Scott to arrive. He told me about 15 minutes ago that he's gonna be here in an hour, which I don't mind, because I'm just gonna relax until he's here. It is the perfect temperature out right now, perfect everything, and I keep hearing these random grunts from an animal over here. I have no idea what it is. I assume it's probably an alligator. The one thing that I've really gotten out of this ride is that I now have zero fascination in alligators. I have seen probably well over 100, 10 foot, 3 foot, you name it. And I finally have gotten to the point where I no longer bat an eye at an alligator. And for anybody who's not from Florida, if you're wondering if there's an alligator in the freshwater by you, yes, there is an alligator in the freshwater by you. I have seen so many that I can confirm that there is millions of alligators out there. And it's probably in your backyard. So alligators are kind of wussies. You can't really get that close to them before they jump in, so I'm not really scared of it. It'll be all right. I wouldn't go swimming with it, but on the ground, I'm not really scared of it anymore, so. But I have a good feeling that we are gonna see a lot more, and I'm pretty stoked to finally finish this ride with Scott. I'm actually probably gonna rack up about 3 miles in the parking lot, because I think I need to get to 85 miles so that by the time I'm done, I'll hit 100. So I'm just gonna ride around the parking lot until Scott gets here.
So after how many hours now? It's got to be.
You really want to know?
Yeah, what's the game?
It's actually disgusting. I've started this journey 7 hours, 24 minutes.
That's unbelievable.
It's been a very long day,
You
Scott.
made it, man.
I'm
This
sunburned
is crazy.
to all hell right now.
Let's just talk about this. I just showed up in the parking lot and you were just laying down on a bench
It's
for the last
comfiest
hour.
bench I've ever felt in my life. I put my bike down and like nobody was there, and I was like, oh, let me stretch my back. And I put my back down and I was like, I think I'm gonna fall asleep. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna answer Scott's call because I'm gonna fall asleep, and then people are gonna steal my stuff.
Yeah, that would be bad. So listen, we messed up the timing. There, 4:30. I was like, okay, sounds good. And I like literally am pulling out of the neighborhood, and he's like, I'll be there in about
Scott, I don't know how to explain
20
it.
minutes.
I don't know what happened because I was on this road and I was in a dark way because I had headwind where I couldn't make it past 11 miles per
Is
hour
that bad?
for 25 miles.
Oh, that's bad.
I got onto this next dirt road. My butt was so sore, and there was potholes, craters in the ground everywhere. So I'm going against the wind, trying to dodge these potholes. I'm looking at my speed, and I'm going like 9 and 10 miles per hour. And there is a gator. I'm not joking with you. Every 10 to 12 seconds.
There was really that many of them.
Scott, I've seen over 150.
Was it over 150?
Easily over 150. I was filming them in the beginning. I was getting all excited. Gator, 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 gator. And then I was
That
like,
many. What was the biggest one you seen?
10 foot.
Was it?
Scott, I seen this
Wow.
one that I couldn't film because he was on a bank on just like a highway that I was on. He was on the bank across, and his head was this big.
Oh my goodness.
And it was this fat. I couldn't film it even if I tried
Yeah,
with this.
too far.
But like, he was by far the biggest one.
That's
I
nuts.
rode within this distance
Uh-huh.
of about 8-foot gator.
Wow.
I'm just
Was
going
that the
down
one you were on
road.
the phone call with
That's
me?
the one I was on the phone with you, and I'm going, and out of nowhere, he was in this little. There's 2 trees, and he was right in the center of them. I looked, I was like, oh! I just like jerked over.
Yeah, I heard you go, oh, gator. I was like, what?
Dangerously.
He's like, it was like 8 feet. Well, listen, that's awesome. Let's finish this thing out, man.
yeah,
I know.
let's do this. I'm glad
No
you
more,
could
no more
join me for the
talking.
ride.
I mean, you've already told everybody the whole story along this way. If this video works out the way that we're hoping it does, so
Yeah, people should know. People should have a lot of information.
Yeah.
I blabbered for a while up in there, so
I can't wait to edit it. I'm excited, but let's finish this off. We'll get
right.
the bike off and we'll go.
let's go see some gators.
So we're officially on the last step right now. I got my bag on with my camera. We are cruising alongside of this like little bit of water, and I've already passed like 4 alligators. One of them was within like a foot of me, and the thing didn't really care at all, which is really strange, but this is cool. I can only imagine how Matty feels after seeing all of the alligators all day, but I'm just excited I get to finish it out with them, and I'm really excited to go check out this lookout tower. So we will check in when we get there. So we are currently at 6.9 miles, and we made it all the way here to the observation tower. This thing is pretty crazy. It's made out of concrete. You have to walk like using this trail thing all the way around, and it spirals all the way up. We're about to make the walk up there.
This thing is sweet,
You
dude.
made
It
it
literally
here,
looks
dude.
like a Call of Duty.
Just think about
map to
you.
me.
Yeah, that is.
You know?
Can you go up to that top thing? Probably not. I don't think so.
I
That
didn't
looks.
see anybody go up yet, so
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It looks a little too sketchy.
That's
There's
the
no
ultra
railings or
observation,
anything.
You
Yeah.
know? You can't see what you could see from up there.
That's
you
true.
know?
That's true.
But,
If you see on the top part, there's like this like staircase that goes up there, but there's no railing, so they're not letting anyone up there.
No
there's
way.
no possible way. So cool. Let's go make this happen. I can't believe you actually rode your bike all the way here.
92.6 miles.
Is that where you're at?
92.6.
Okay. It'll be 100 by the time we're done.
We will make it 1,000%.
let's
but
go.
This is sick.
So how do you feel after completing 100 miles through the Everglades? You rode your bike out here. That's unbelievable.
Listen, I did it, and I didn't have to use the knife or the pepper spray.
That's
I had,
true.
which I am very excited about. I didn't fall once. I feel pretty dang good. And this is the perfect way to end a 100-mile journey. Like this is wild. Not many people get to experience this.
She jumped in her.
And that's my new friend.
So
Yeah, I'm just excited to get back and finish it, and then hopefully go take a nap soon.
yeah, well, what we're gonna do, we're gonna jump into the future right now. We're gonna show you the 100 miles on Matty's screen. Matt from the future. He looks a lot tired than he just did.
That last bit hurt.
Was it hard?
Yeah.
There we go, guys. 100.4, 6 hour, 53 minutes of ride time. Average was 14.6, max was 29.2, and I know when that just happened.
Feet of climbing, 32.
32 feet total. after 7 hours?
We were cruising though.
We were
Oh my
cruising.
God, I was.
Well, the truth is, this place closes and they lock the gate at 6 and they're very strict on it. We're going to get stuck in here.
We put in overtime on the way back though. I think we got time to spare. We can hang out for a little while.
I don't know. I don't want to chance it.
It's so bad.
All right.
We did it, though.
Congratulations.
Thank you so
Congratulations,
much.
man.
I'm
That's
stoked.
unbelievable feat.
I'm happy that it's here.
Nobody willingly goes by themselves through the Everglades through 100 miles. That's for dang sure.
I would do it again.
Wow. That's shocking.
It was a good time.
All right, so we have one last thing going on. You can hear all these random noises. These are a bunch of tourist people that are here. They ended up showing up at the same time as us with the tram. But guess what? They're all leaving right here, and nobody's here now. No one at all. So what we're going to do, we're going to walk the bikes up, and we're going to ride down this thing, which is going to be epic. We're going to make sure it's nice and safe. We're not going to do anything stupid. But yeah, this is something that Matty planned on doing, and he thought he was going to be able to do it. But we got to do this one. It's going to be amazing. Here he comes. He's rushing it up. I just want to say this is the scariest thing I've ever done with my camera. I would have lost that thing forever. This is going to be so cool.
I'm kind of getting tired.
Yeah, especially after 100 miles and now you have to run both the bikes up. That is crazy.
It's gonna be worth it though.
Yeah, well,
It's gonna be worth it.
all right, we're gonna do it right now. We get the bikes all ready to go. Maddie's gonna have the GoPro behind me. You guys will see us just flying down. This is gonna be epic. As long as I stay away from the railing. For real though, this is serious. This is no joke. So as we ride down this amazing tower, I just want to tell you all just how proud I am of my little brother and his amazing accomplishments. He's such a strong and determined person, and I'm so excited to see what he comes out with next, and I'm sure that you are too. Make sure you go follow him on Instagram right now, and make sure you congratulate him in the comments below. So that's going to be it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed this video.
Dude,
We're going to make our way back to
flying.
the car and start our 100-mile drive
gosh.
back home. So we'll see you all
You were
next
doing
time.
so much faster than I
Peace.
thought.